Meanwhile, you can open the document.
Yeah, yeah. Are you able to see the screen though? My screen?
Yes, yes, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay. So this is me. I mean, my introduction. Okay. I mean, me. Then if you look at the details, process worked in project in 2015 to 2020, as far as material is concerned. Um, I mean, this is information which I got from a couple of AI sources. This is something which I
Mm-hmm.
am, I mean, I have worked on MDG, but in a training perspective, and that too, parallelly working with other tools, as I told you. So this is not realistic, but I need to be able to elaborate about the material piece of it in 2015 and 2020. And after that, I mean, for that, I need to know the complete details. If you go through it, you will know, and you can tell me as to how I can start and stuff. Then yeah, it's for a, I'm saying, if it's for a affordable housing company, public sector company, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
then that is material. Then finance. Finance, US SGL account stands for US Standard General Ledger account. It's a federal. I just came up with that. Okay, since it is a government agency, I thought, okay, I mean, it will be useful if I say US Special General Ledger account. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, then this is the thing which I have for GL account creation. And the most important piece of it is Ariba integration with SLP, and MDGS. I have a SLP friend who is, I mean, if we need to get some information also, we can. Okay. Um, you can tell me, you can go through this document, tell me elaborately as to for Ariba how it works. I mean, I have given the story. You can elaborate it. You can explain as to how I should be communicating that. Then from 2020 to 2024, it's see, I have just summed it up over here. So it's a complex approval CR, which complex approval process for customer creation, which involves three CRs. Okay. Initial CR is meant for validation of attributes from SFDC. Okay. SFDC is the
Can you
onboarding.
repeat this? Can you repeat this?
Yeah. So I'll repeat it again. Okay. So if you see this,
Mm-hmm.
SFDC is where the customer gets onboarded. MDG uh, is where you would do the data quality and stuff. And ECC, after the data quality is done, you would distribute it through the downstream system, which is ECC. It is a complex approval process, involves three CRs. All the details are in the Word document, which was given today. Okay. uh,
Okay.
for the I mean, I sent a couple of many documents, but in that document there is only one document which talks about CR creation. Let me see, one second. Let me open up.
What is your requirement from me regarding this document? Technical specification. What do you need from this document?
What do I need is, so basically when I am communicating to the interviewer, I am going to tell that it's a
Mm-hmm.
complex approval process which involves three CRs. But technically speaking, I mean, if suppose I miss nuances, I mean, so it's for a specific sales area. I just changed this word because it was proprietary SPD. That SPD was the name of the customer. PD, SPD, and Kindred. There are three types of
No,
customers.
Satish, I honestly think that you are overlapping many things and you are jumping from one role to another. So this is technical specification document. I agree that you
Mhm.
don't have the functional specification. The other day
Yeah.
when we connected on our very first call, you had said that you are preparing for a functional profile, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I'm preparing
Okay.
for a functional profile, but
Yeah.
since you have a technical expertise, I'm not
Yeah.
expecting you to communicate on a technical jargon.
No, no.
But
I'm
since I
what
have,
let me complete what I'm trying to say. So, being
yeah,
a functional doesn't mean like you will be unaware about all the technical things. You will
mhm,
be aware about most of the technical things. You will be missing only on the coding part. So that you don't require. Coding part you don't require. Okay.
yeah, correct.
The thing left is debugging or finding out any error or identifying any error. If any, like from functional end, if you are testing something, if you are approving any CR, if the workflow fails, let's say for example, one error is the workflow fails. Okay,
Hmm.
so why is the workflow failing? Is it not going to any approver? Okay, is it going to any approver or is it throwing a background step error? How to identify that? How to identify the workflow log? What step the CR is currently? Okay, if it is not going to any user, how
Mhm,
to restart the workflow, or if it has gone to, let's say, Aditi, now you want it for, you want that CR, you want that to like forward it to Shardul. So what you
mhm.
are going to do, you will be going into SWI, you will be going the work item ID, and you will be assigning. So all those things I'll be telling you. Okay,
Right.
so these are some of the things you need to understand functionally. I don't think whatever documents you are sharing, okay, we can go through these documents
Yeah,
definitely.
see, I mean, I don't expect you to go through this completely. This is the
Mm-hmm.
document which I have. So this
Mm-hmm.
is for your understanding as to what the process is. If suppose
Mm-hmm.
I am explaining something and it doesn't convey the meaning properly, you can look into
Mm-hmm.
this and say that, okay, this is how it works. So that is something, a new sales area specific customer, right? So I'll tell
Mm-hmm.
you, I'll try to explain as to what the process is, and you can say, I mean, when you're communicating with me, you can say, okay, this is how it works. Okay, the new
Mm-hmm.
sales area means there is something called PD, SPD, and KINRE. That's customer specific terms. What they
One
are
more
doing is,
question on this. One
yeah,
more question on this.
yeah,
When you are preparing for this interview, let's say you'll be going for an interview in a month after your training. Okay.
yeah,
So how much
correct.
experience you will be putting in your resume?
10 years of
10
experience.
years.
Yeah.
So for a 10 years experience, such questions do not come. These like generating a CR for new sales area, only Satish, only these comes like somewhere if there is a very lenient manager, only at that time it will come.
Mhm.
Mostly you will get scenario based questions like for example, I'll tell you how will you get the questions. Just
Okay.
a minute, because
Yeah.
in my 6 years of career, okay,
Uh-huh.
so I have never saw anyone. I have worked as a functional consultant, a technical consultant, and a techno-functional. I have been into many interviews for technical and functional consultants. So I
Mhm.
have been taking interviews of many people. So we never ask such questions. We directly ask the scenario-based questions. Let's say, one second, I'll tell you. I've listed a few. One second. So let's say if you are a very basic level, okay, if you are a basic level MDG consultant, what will they ask initially? What is SAP Master Data Governance? What will you tell on that?
See, SAP Master Data Governance is a platform which helps unify the data, perform
Mm-hmm.
data cleansing,
Mm-hmm.
data harmonization, and data synchronization, as well as meet the regulatory compliance. After everything is done, we can send the data downstream. So
Okay.
it's mainly a data platform wherein you can massage the data, you can cleanse the data. When I say massage the data, I mean cleanse, perform transformations, then do regulatory compliances, and after that, after all those activities, you distribute it downstream.
Okay. So can I ask you from where have you got this information? Any training or any document or
No, no,
anything like?
I'm just telling it. It's
In your
not.
own words, you are telling it.
Yeah, in my own words.
Ideally, how it should be answered, I'll tell you. So,
Okay.
if someone asks you, let's say you are asking me what is SAP, I'll just tell it is SAP Master Data Governance. Master Data Governance is nothing but it is a solution which is used to, let's say, create, change, validate, approve, and distribute master data across systems in a controlled or governed way. This is the very simple answer. Okay, and this is a very practical answer you can give to the interviewer because this
Hmm.
also tells you the processes. Let's say create,
Hmm.
material creation, it is itself a process. Material change, itself a process. Material validate, itself a process. Material approve or change request approve, material distribute. All these are processes. So how do you answer this? Saying SAP MDG is a solution, or you can say a centralized solution. Okay,
Hmm.
SAP MDG is a centralized solution used to create, change, approve, distribute, and what did I say? Validate.
Uh,
Validate master data. Master data will be of material or business partner or finance or anything. So
okay.
to distribute, validate, approve, change, create master data across system in a controlled or governed way. Okay.
Control or governed with. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a very simple answer you can give. Okay, these questions would not come for a 10 years experience guy. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so mostly you will be getting scenario based questions, but as I can see, you are answering in a very theoretical way. It seems like you have been like reciting it from some workbooks where you have read about and you are understanding. Okay, I agree that you
Hmm.
know these things, but the interviewers always like judge you on the base of your answer, like how are you answering. If they feel that this is a very theoretical way, they feel that you are reciting from somewhere and you are just answering, you don't understand what exactly it means. So
Yeah.
most of the time when the user answers these things, like what SAP MDG is used to create, change, validate, approve, distribute master data across systems in a controlled way. Sorry, what did I say?
Controlled or governed way.
Controlled or governed way. So this just answers their question very easily and they move on to the next question immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So such kind of questions, let's say why is master data governance, why is MDG required? So what types of master data means, what types of modules are there in SAP? Then what like SAP like what problems, like SAP provides solution to what problems? Okay. Then
Hmm.
what is central governance in MDG? Then what is a change request? Then what are the users
Can I
of SAP
answer these
MDG?
questions
You
one
can
by one?
definitely. I'm just telling you roughly what kind of questions.
Yeah.
Basic level for a first round clearance, it can be asked for you. Okay.
Okay.
Somewhere it is a two-step interview. Somewhere it is a three-step. Somewhere it is a four-step. Based on the firm, it depends. The interview steps depends. So somewhere there'll
Okay.
be only one interview and they'll be clearing you. Somewhere
Hmm.
it will be three steps, somewhere it will be four steps. Even after four steps, you say that it is confident that you have done that, but still their fourth interviewer will think that you are not prepared and he will reject you, even if you
Exactly.
are a good employee. So, see, these things happen. You cannot, that is everything. I believe that everything is on how you are answering the questions and how you are clearing the interview.
Okay.
During the interview, I think whenever someone asks you a question, you need to genuinely understand what the interview wants to ask. If you are not understanding, if you feel the question is little bit confusing, you can ask him the other way around, like, sorry, I did not get your question. Can you please rephrase it for me? Or you can ask the question again. These things, it is allowed for every employee or
See,
every
the problem is, I mean, see, when I first took the interview, it's always been, I was working for a company where that they used to allot me to internal projects. The first
mm-hmm,
project, when the interview was 2008, okay?
mm-hmm,
And in 2008, I attended an interview, and, I mean, it was a challenge at that time for the first customer, but
mm-hmm,
not 2008, 2006. Then I mean, I cleared the interview after what, 6 rounds or something. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
after that getting into any interviews, till 2015 was not at all a challenge. First interview itself, I'll crack it. Okay, I was in
Mm-hmm.
workflow at that point. But what happened in 2015 is I was working parallelly on MDG and other products. That is where I lost the confidence. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
in 2020, I got the MDG project through a friend of mine. He placed me in the project. I mean, it went on till 2024. And now I mean, I'm kind of lost. That's
Mm-hmm.
what happened. I mean, I just lost the confidence in the middle of the way. But then the thing is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have been talking with me, so how do you think my communication is? I think it is okay. I don't know,
No,
but we
your
got.
communication is very good, but little bit things, sometimes things go out of context.
Uh-huh.
That I can say.
Yeah, exactly.
Always,
And
always,
and that is
yeah.
what I want help from you. Things go
Yeah.
out of thing, and I jump all around the place. That's what I think. I mean, when an interviewer asks me the a question, instead of answering to the point, what I do is I kind of try to flood him with all the understanding which I have about MDG.
I
Okay.
understood. I understood. So, a very basic solution, or you can
Uh-huh.
say, are you Indian?
Yes, yes. I am an Indian. I am
Okay.
from
So
Chennai.
let's say I'll give you one mantra, okay, from today. Recite it 3 times a day, okay?
Okay.
Morning, evening, and at night. Morning after waking up, evening when you are getting fresh, night before sleeping. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Let's say I ask you a question. Okay.
Yeah.
What food you ate today? You don't tell me that my mother prepared some parathas and then I thought to tell my mother of preparing some chole bhatures, but then
Hey,
I thought, then I went
I
outside.
I am
See,
in US, man, and my
no, no,
mother is not here. If she is
no,
here,
no.
she'll
See,
eat
I am
good food.
telling you one example. Okay, just listen
Yeah,
to me what I'm trying to say. Okay.
yeah.
If I am your friend or anyone, or let's say I am your interviewer, okay, I'm just asking you hey Satish, what did you have for lunch today? You don't say I asked my mom to bake some parathas and then I asked her like my mood was to eat chole bhature because in the neighborhood I saw my friend's mother baking chole bhature, but then I went outside with my friends and I had pizza. No, what did you have
Hmm.
for lunch? Pizza. I just had pizza. You don't need to tell that you went outside and all this stuff. You don't have
So
to answer all this.
exactly
Okay.
that is what is happening. Yeah, when I answer.
Yeah. So answer only what is asked. That is the mantra. Okay. What did you drink today? Water. What did you drink in morning? Milk. What did you drink at night? Juice. Anything. Okay. One question, one simple question. And to that one simple question, there be only one simple answer. No elaborated. You don't have to answer in 15 to 20 sentences. No. Because see, genuinely, I'll tell you, when we are
Mhm.
interviewing someone, if I am interviewing you and if I am asking you one question and you answer like this, what I will feel is that practically you don't know anything. You are just trying to jump around and making me convinced. No, 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 I know this also. No, I know this also. I don't need that. I just asked you what you have had for lunch. You just need to answer pizza. Bas, मेरे को I don't want to hear anything else other than this. You got my
Okay.
point?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to know everything because see, interviewers are no one. They are not your friends. They are not your enemies. They are just someone who are there to clear your this interview part. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Further, while working, you have to yourself make sure that you are delivering the deliverables on time. You are working. You are able to work or not. That is everything on you. Interviewers are just there to get. They are just there to know that on this project when you are onboarded, are you able to deliver or work on the given tasks or not? Okay,
Okay.
let it be workflow, let it be data model, let it be some coding, okay, let it be some classes, access classes, anything. If it is relevant to that project, they'll ask you the relevant questions, and if you are able to answer only in that particular manner, question to answer particularly, I'll say, then you are ready for any interview, I'll say. Okay,
Okay.
so the
Okay.
basic thing is just if I'm asking you one line question, you have to give one line answer. Bas. Now I'll ask you again.
Mm-hmm.
What have you had for lunch?
Just curd rice.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Mm-hmm.
fine. And I don't need any more information, and you don't have to give any more information. That is the very simple answer. If
Okay.
you want to be more generous, like these are some questions. Just I'm giving you one very friendly example that what have you had for lunch? You can just say curd rice. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Bas.
Okay.
Nothing more than that. Nothing
Mm.
before that. Nothing after that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now coming to the your functional profile, the previous questions which I was asking you, those
Mhm.
come at a very basic level. I think some or the other interview might ask, we will prepare for that as well. Okay, but
Okay.
what I was telling you about some scenario based questions, as I was saying. So
Okay.
scenario based questions means what? So let's say I ask you one thing that in a material sorry, in our MDG we need a fast vendor creation. Okay, fast vendor, I need a fast vendor creation, but I need a control on it. Okay,
Okay.
so this is my question from a business side.
Okay.
Being a functional consultant, you have to give me a plan how my requirement can be fulfilled. How can you answer this?
So we can create a custom account group and have a regulatory process, a rule-based workflow designed around that to solve.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, that is what I would say. I mean, rule-based workflow, and then DRF would replicate it downstream.
definitely, but my requirement was I want a fast vendor creation. This you have told me for, okay, I'll give you one hint. The answer you told is correct, but this is
Okay.
for normal vendor creation. What I'm saying is I want fast vendor creation, but I need a control on that. How would you answer this, or how would you give me a solution?
So frankly speaking, I am not aware of what a fast vendor is.
Fast vendor is, let's say,
Uh-huh.
okay, I'll directly answer the question. Let's say you answered one thing correctly, that you would, through normal CR, you will give the full approval workflow. Okay, full
Right.
approval. Let's say it is a 10-step level approval. Okay,
Okay.
approver 1, approver 2, approver 3. There are many steps. Okay, in a workflow. You will be aware of that, correct?
Right.
Okay. So let's say I want a fast vendor creation. Fast vendor creation means what? The
You don't
approval, we
you
need the less time for the approval. That
Yeah, you
means we
don't
need
want to go
some.
through the 10 steps, but instead you
uh,
want to go through two steps.
Correct. Exactly.
So you can
Exactly.
use the rule context body for that.
Yes. So this is a very simple answer. Now again to the same point that I don't need full approval, full 10 steps approval. I
Mhm.
need only 2 steps approval, and only limited people will be authorized to use that two-step approval, because if not, then everyone will be able to create the two-step approval workflow. Okay,
Mhm.
everyone will be able to create the vendor through the two-step. I don't want like that. I
So you would
only
have to
want.
use the rule context body, as I said before, and
Yes,
to identify the agents for the specific case, you would have to use the dynamic agent decision body to choose the steps.
exactly. Exactly. So exactly how you will answer this creation and change scenario questions. Okay, just you
Okay.
need. So here, some part of it, 50% of the part you answered it yourself. 50% of the part you need uh like my help, like how should you answer. So as you
Mm-hmm.
can see, Satish, yourself, I definitely can say that you are not someone who needs 100% help in clearing interviews. Okay, you
Okay.
can clear interviews yourself, but the only thing is you need to know what has to be answered and how much has to be answered. Here you
Oh,
can
right.
just say, here you can just say that if normal workflow is of 10 steps, I will request the business, the fast vendor creation can be through 2 steps, where we will give limited authorization to limited users, and to be that in control, we will give a 2-step approval. Okay, because that will be in our control. That will not be a direct approval. Also, we can recommend is we will auto derive some default values which the vendor does not change frequently. Okay,
Hmm.
which okay, you got default values means in the fields. Let's say we are
Yeah,
creating a
you,
let's say we
you
are
use derivation baddies for that. Okay.
correct. So derivation body, we will default some values where we do not change the values in the fields frequently, and also the critical fields. We will not keep all the fields. There are field properties. Have you heard of field properties?
Field properties, yeah. Field property baddie, yeah.
You have heard of that, right?
Yeah,
So we will
correct.
not keep all the fields mandatory. To save time, we will keep only the critical fields mandatory. Let's say for material, we will keep the material type, material group, industry sector, and base unit of measure. We don't need to keep all the fields mandatory. Okay, like item category group, we can ignore material sales data, we can ignore. We'll keep only the critical fields mandatory to get the material created. Got my
Okay.
point?
Yeah,
So this
correct.
will also balance the speed, and it will also enhance the governance. So the vendor
Yeah,
or the
this is
material will be
precisely an example which you told, right? I mean, if you are seeing, technically, we are supposed to use three baddies, right? I mean,
correct.
so when I am talking, right, I mean, what happens is I try to overwhelm myself. I mean, first of all, I need to digest the question, right, and
Mhm,
then I say field property baddie. Okay, typically how I
mhm.
would answer is I will
That
say,
is never wrong. Whatever you have answered, whatever
uh-huh,
bad is, it just see whatever you have answered right now after my question, fast vendor recreation. Okay, that
mm-hmm,
is absolutely right. I'm not saying you have answered anything extra till now. Okay,
mm-hmm,
if you have
okay,
mentioned the field property body or derivation body, okay, or the workflow body or anything you have mentioned appropriately. You have
okay,
not gone wrong anywhere. So keep this scenario in mind. I'll say whatever you have answered right now. Keep my additional points which I have given to you.
okay,
Okay. And we
okay,
can go further, like maintaining this what do you say rhythm only.
okay, okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this was one of the example of I'll say scenario based question where the interviewer will be asking you like uh, let's say this was one scenario, fast vendor creation. The other one is, let's say if a change request is there, okay, for a material creation.
Okay,
If it is rejected due to some data miss, let's say if there is some missing data, okay,
okay,
and if say the change request is rejected by the final approver.
okay.
So how should the process work? So this I'm asking based on your 10 years of experience, okay?
Yeah,
So
if
how
a
should
change,
the rejection process work? Ideally, how many parts or are there any like option A, option B for the rejection? How can you
so
answer this?
rejection can be done, when you activate with snapshot or activate without snapshot. Rejection, I mean, if it is rejected, the user has to create a new change request.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we would suggest the user to create a new change request.
Okay, that is
If
one option. What is the other option? Like if there is any revision option, what can be done?
if there is a revision option, it'll go back to the requester. Requester
Hmm.
has an option to, I mean, when rejection happens, the first step is he has to withdraw the changes, and then in the workflow, we roll the changes back.
Mm-hmm.
Or withdrawal is one option. At the same time, there is another option called revision. He can click on revise and he can do the revision there. And if he has to change some attribute information or something, he can change it and he can submit it right back into the workflow.
Okay. So how, let's say if you have sent the CR back to the requester, okay.
Okay. Okay.
What are the ways that he'll be able to understand why this CR was sent back to him again?
Yeah.
How can he understand?
There can be comments or reasons which has been entered. which would basically tell as to what is the reason it was rejected in the first place. The user who is rejecting it,
Mhm.
it would have to be a user training. They would, if they are rejecting it, they cannot plainly
Not
reject it. They
required.
have,
Not required. Your answer completes on the comments or notes.
oh,
Your
okay,
answer, you have completed your answer there itself on the comments or notes. Okay.
okay, okay.
Because
So
as a
no
functional
fluff,
consultant,
no fluff is what you're
yeah,
telling.
yeah,
Just
no,
stop it at that.
no extra explanation required, Satish. We
Yeah,
don't require any extra explanation. See, whoever is taking your interview must be working 2 3 years less than you or more than you. Okay,
yeah, correct.
max to max 2 3 years less than you, or he'll be more than you only. Okay, so he
Right.
would not expect, once he knows that you will you know that how will the requester know? Through the rejection comments or the rejection notes.
Mm, okay.
Okay, you have
It's
already answered, like if your revision is there, it will be sent back to requester. He will be knowing through rejection notes, and he can resubmit the CR, or he can create a new CR. Okay.
right, right.
Okay, if you don't want to create, you can answer like this. If no new CR creation, if you want to avoid new CR creation, then we can resubmit the same CR. So for that, requester has to get the rejection comments or notes, make the changes as per the comments, and
Okay,
he can resubmit the CR. The answer is over.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these are kind of, see, now I got to know that in this scenario, you have all the knowledge. So in this scenario, I have not like given you any hint, like 1% hint also about the answer. You have answered it yourself. So Satish, I can see that you have the knowledge. Okay, as per
Mm-hmm.
a functional consultant, you have the knowledge of each and every scenario. But only thing is that due to over explanation, maybe the interviewer will
So
think
that is probably
definitely.
the problem.
Yeah,
That is probably the problem. And
yeah. So
see,
see
in the
once.
workflow piece, probably I might know. I'll tell you, like data modeling, something I know. Workflow piece, something I know.
Mhm,
DRF piece, something I know. But consolidation and mass processing, nothing.
mhm,
I can tell theoretically as to how it works. So I don't know most of the concepts there. And DQM na, I haven't worked on DQM. I just have working knowledge. That's it.
mhm.
Again, nothing.
Okay, no problem. We'll get we will prepare on this also, no problem. As I'm able to see, once we progress, no, like 10 to 15 days, you will yourself start answering like point to point. You will stop because see, I don't think someone, if you are someone has asked you a question and he has stopped like how I'm stopping right now. Okay, like stop here. It is enough. Whatever you have answered is enough. Has anyone done like this before?
No,
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 right?
no, no.
So you don't even have the idea like where should you stop. Now
Right.
that I am telling you, you know like this answer should be given till this only. Nothing extra. Huh. If I require something extra, I'll definitely ask you. Like what are the more details? Let's say in this scenario, what were you saying? Oh, 1 second. So you're giving some extra information on the answer. If I am asking related to that, only you need to answer that. Uh,
Okay.
else you don't you like it's not needed at all.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a list of questions. Okay, with me.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay. As per my interview, whatever I am asking in the interviews, and most of the question I have taken like whatever the people are able to answer properly. Okay, nothing challenging. See, as being an interview, I feel that I don't have the authority to ask something out of the context. Like
Mm-hmm.
like asking the questions the other way around. I don't have the authority. So because if you know the concept, if I say that create a custom data model, and if you know how to create a custom data model, then I'll just ask you the basic
I,
steps. How are you
I, I,
creating?
See, I mean, again, when you since you took this topic, I mean, I might not be able to answer that. I know
Mhm.
the conceptual steps. You go into MDG, IMG, go to edit data model,
Mhm.
create a model there, and once you create a model, you have to choose the entity type, right? And
Correct.
uh,
Entity type. What are the type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 entity types? How do you how do you define their relationships? How do you define the key fields? Then how do you define the attributes in them? All these questions are there.
yeah. So, I mean, since you're seeing my screen, this is the SAP
Yes.
system. I mean,
Yes.
last time you asked me, so we go into classic mode, central governance.
General
Uh,
settings,
yeah,
data model, edit data model. Sorry.
this
You can hide this pop-up.
yeah.
Who has created this test?
Probably I created it at some
Delete
point.
this, select this, delete. An active data model already exists for ZS. What is the status, active status for this? Can you scroll to right? Okay, it is active. Okay, you cannot delete like this. Okay, we
So
can
how
create a different data model, YS.
you want me to
Uh,
create YS?
yeah, can you click on new entries? How to create? So you know the steps how to create? Yeah,
I
go
know the
further.
steps. Yeah.
Go further. One question here.
Mm-hmm.
What is this active area in here? What is
See,
the difference if we give the active area, if we don't give the active area? What is the
if you do,
difference?
see, I mean, reuse and flex mode. So if you happen to give something, it will be reuse, and
Hmm.
if you do not give anything, it will be flex,
Correct.
right?
Correct. That is the simple answer. Yeah.
I give MDG. Is that fine?
Yes, that is the predefined SAP active area.
Okay.
SAP given active area.
So should we give the prefix name?
Yes, you can give like Z. What's your surname?
Murugesan.
ZSM. You can give ZSM and you can give the package name. Have you created any package? Do you know how to create
I
a
think
package?
ZMDG is there.
GMDG is there. Okay, you can give that.
Okay. Should I? That's it, right? I can save it, correct?
Enter. Hit enter first.
Oh, sorry.
Hit enter. Okay. Now you can click on save. Okay. So do you know how to create? Okay. You know this TR part, right? How to create new, how to find if you are assigned to any TR. You know all these things.
Yeah, so the TR part, I mean, yeah, SC10, right? You just go and see whether you have a TR created. That's it.
SC09, SC10, SC01.
Right,
Anywhere you
right.
can check.
Yeah. Then we have to go create entity types.
Entity types. Yes. Let's say you are creating one Mara and Marcy relation. Okay. So here you can't give Mara. Why? Can you answer?
Uh, no,
Why do we give Z?
because you cannot give anything without that will not be in the namespace. You have to give Z.
Why? Why it will not be in the namespace?
So
Reason?
any custom object,
Hmm.
a custom entity type needs to start with Z.
Custom object. Yeah. Any custom object needs to start with Z or Y. So you can give ZSM underscore Mara. ZSM underscore Mara. Okay.
Yeah.
Now in the T code box, in the T code box, T code, where
Okay.
do we enter that? You can enter slash O. Do not enter. Do you know why this is used slash O?
Yeah. Opening a new session. Sorry, opening a
Without
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 disturbing
closing
this
the current
existing
one.
session. Yeah.
Okay. You enter MDG again. Slash O MDG.
Yeah.
Go to the same data model page again. Central governance. Data modeling. Edit data model. Wait. Continue.
It will be in display mode.
Select MM. Select MM. This is a standard data model. Okay. We are creating referring to this data model. Display. Entity types.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to entity types.
Sorry. One second.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Entity types. Go to entity types. Search in the position. You have very bottom position. Search for material.
Yeah.
Double click material. Create one similar to this. Alt tab. Yeah. Create similar to this. So wait. What are these? Storage or use type? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Open the
There are
drop down.
four storage or use types. The first one is it refers to
Can
the
you
main.
open the drop down? Storage or use type? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are these for? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
We have
Absolutely.
used this term many times.
Yeah. So the storage use SU type one means main entity or root entity.
Mhm.
So you would have to when a change request is created, it will be based on this entity, and you would have to build relationships and everything.
Satish,
Yeah,
I did not ask the purpose of these entity types. I just asked what are these four entity types? Again,
yeah. Four
can you
entity types:
answer?
SU type one, SU type two, SU type three, SU type four.
Yeah. So these are nothing but entity types. You just need
Right.
to answer this. Okay.
Okay. Entity type
Di-
one means main entity. Entity type four is a
two,
dependent entity. Two
right?
is for generated check tables, and three is
Three is
for
nothing
data.
but the attribute.
Yeah, attributes or data elements. Yeah,
Okay. That is the answer.
right. Not the first one, whatever I was telling. I mean, I don't have.
No, you are again elaborating for no reason. I never asked you the purpose of any entity.
Yeah.
Why I'm not asking you the purpose of any entity? Because the description itself answers everything. Being a 10 years consultant, the
Hmm.
description from the description only you should understand what is type 1 entity, what is type 2 entity, what is type 3. Even if you don't understand by their descriptions, okay, if
Hmm.
I am a person who is interviewing a 10-year plus profile, without reading this description, I need to answer what is a type 3 entity or type 2 entity. You got my point?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you can continue on creating this. Why are we giving MATNR here? Can you tell me?
It's the key field of material. I mean, it's entity type is similar to table. So
So
the key
we
field
can
is
give another field also, right? Why are we giving
yeah.
MATNR rule?
So it's the root entity which we are creating, right? Mattner is a root that or
Yes.
it translates to key field.
Okay, okay, go ahead. You don't need to change anything here. Already it is by default correct only. Can you
Uh, but
compare?
But what is this, Shadul? I mean, key cannot be changed. Is that then here it says key can be changed? How can we change the material number? Doesn't make sense, right? I don't know.
One second. So this is given by default in the standard data model, right? Key
Exactly.
can
By
be
default,
caged,
in the
internal key assignment can be possible. One second, let me refer to one document which I have. Just
right.
hold on a minute.
No problem. No problem.
Because while creating this data model, we give this only. One second.
Sure, sure. Take your time.
Mm, Key assignment will be key cannot be changed. Yeah, correct. Key cannot be changed. Yeah, you're given correct only.
Yeah, this is the standard which was available when I was creating the custom entity. But when
Okay.
I am referring it to data model, it says key
Uh-huh.
can be changed, internal key assignment possible. How can we change the value of the material number?
Not sure. You need
I don't
whose
know.
system is this? Our Ambikeya system? Aditi
No, no,
system?
no, no, no. It is Sierra based. Our company, previous company system.
I am not
But
sure about this configuration because ideally we give this only. Key cannot be changed only.
yeah, but have you have if you have a system, customer system or something? I mean, you check that, right? Did you check
I'll
that?
I'll I'll now go through this, what how it behaves if we are doing key can be changed, and I'll get back to you on this. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can just see as to what they have maintained
Key assignment.
and let me know.
Okay. Let me note down your point.
I really like the way, I mean, you paid attention to details. That's why, I mean, I had another trainer, but, I mean, I did not see the other person if he went through the project details. You did. So, I mean, I really like that. And that is the main factor.
Yes. Just hold on a minute, Satish.
Yeah.
Satish,
Yes,
can
sir.
you, yeah, can you go into that key assignment, press F1? I think
But
you have opened in the tab, another tab. Yeah, can you F1 here on the key assignment drop down? Yeah, here F1
no.
or click on the key assignment label and click F1. Key cannot be changed. No enter. You need to enter complete key. Later date. Key can be changed. Assignment possible. Can automatically until you can create or delete. Change the system does automatically derive.
See, tell me this. I mean, it says type of key assignment, right? So for each entity, there'll be a key assignment done, is it? You would
No.
ask.
No, 1 second. Can you open the F4 again? F1, F1, F1. The
Yeah,
same
yeah.
document again. Just hold on here.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking on mute. Oh my God. Okay. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, now I am able to hear you. Yeah.
No. So, Satish, what we are selecting here is no internal key assignment, right? Okay.
Right.
So, what it says that you need to enter the complete key, means let's say material number here. Okay. It cannot be changed at a later date. Okay. Never. You can change this key. You can never change this key. That is the first option. Key
Okay.
assignment. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Other option, key can be changed, no internal key assignment. So let's say uh, you are creating a change request and you are create change request for material creation. Okay,
Okay.
there you are, then you have to give the material number or the material code explicitly. Okay,
Okay.
and in the process, let's say it's a 3 level approval process. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so first level requester can keep one material number. Let's say he has kept the material number as A1. Now it has
Okay.
went to the second approver. The second approver can also change the material code. He can from A1 he can set to A12. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the third approver can also set it to A123. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
once the change request is activated, that material change will not be possible. This is the
Right.
key can be changed, no internal key assignment. And the very third is, so here you have you heard of the SPRO configurations?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So there system takes the numbers in the you see like while processing the change request there are some internal number ranges. So when we activate the CR, if we keep the dollar number as it is, after activation it will take one automatic material number on itself. Have you come
Right.
across this
No,
type
no,
of
no, no, no.
scenario? But
I
you
don't
know this,
understand.
right?
Yeah, can you come back again? Yes, I do know how the number ranges work. I mean, we have to go maintain SNRO for that
Mm-hmm.
particular object, and number
Yeah.
ranges get generated. It can be internal number
Okay.
range for automatic generation by MDG, or external number range if it is consuming the number ranges from another system.
Both can be, whatever you have mentioned, both can be considered in this scenario. Key can be changed, internal key assignment possible.
Okay,
Got it? Both.
okay,
External number assignment also can be considered where while you process the change request, the material code will be in dollar. Okay.
okay.
By default, it comes in the CR. And when you activate the change request, it will
The
take the
dollar will go off.
dollar will go off. It will create a material which is after the latest material number created.
Yeah,
Whatever
exactly.
we have declared it as an external material. You got that, right?
That is when it goes into the active area tables. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So both ways it is possible.
Okay. But for material number, I don't think this is possible, right? Key can be changed.
Sometimes it is possible. Sometimes it is possible. In some systems it is possible.
Oh, okay,
It
okay.
can be done. It is as per our configuration. Most of the times we like it is kept as key cannot be changed. No internal key assignment. But sometimes as per the requirement they can keep it like this also. That's
Okay.
why the option is given.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. You can
Okay.
proceed ahead.
And see, I mean, in the standard, it was both were checked. So, what are attachments? I mean, in the workflow, you can do attachments. Is the this adds that ability? Is that what it is?
Yes, 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 yes. Correct.
Okay, okay. So, in that entity, if we enable attachments here, that will
Mm-hmm.
in the rule-based workflow or whatever workflow, if we are using that entity, we can do the attachments. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
And attachments, is it of any specific type, or you can attach any doc or Excel or whatever?
That is in the configuration. That is in the code level. We can add
Okay,
the type of attachments to be made.
okay, okay. That I don't have to worry as a functional consultant, right? I
You
mean,
don't have to give this. I'll just guide you. A very simple data model you'll create. Uncheck the language dependent text. Uncheck that. Medium, that also you don't have to give. Attachments also uncheck that.
okay. And what are
And
sets? What are sets?
sets, sets, I'm not sure. We have never used these sets.
Okay.
Okay. You can go to the deletion. Deletion allowed. Yeah. So this is for the material. The material deletion is allowed or not. This is for that. You can give the description as SM something SM
Where? Here?
description below
Okay.
the entity description.
Okay.
SM mat basic data. Don't give colon. Just give mat basic data. Mat basic data.
Okay.
Okay. You can save now. Save this entity. Okay.
Okay.
You can go back now. One step. You have to create another entity.
Right.
This in Marcia. You can create like this also.
And this will be of use type 4,
Yes.
and uh, we do uh, mar Marcy
Again,
Rex.
type 4, for type 4, we don't need to give the data element. For type 4, we don't have to give the data element.
Oh, okay, okay.
You
So,
can,
so for what all we need to give the data element? Hello.
sorry, we need to give for type 1 and type 3. Type 2, we give the search help or the text table. And
Yeah.
type 4, we don't give the data element.
Okay, okay.
Okay, you can directly give the deletion allowed and description now. Give a description as SM plant data.
Okay.
Okay, now what is the error?
Data model YS relationship of leading.
Leading inconsistent. That says that we have to add one leading relationship and one qualifying relationship. So what
Yeah.
would be the qualifying relationship for Marcy?
Um, uh,
Qualifying means
qualifying means. Uh, see, I don't know.
key field for Marcy. What is the key field?
Rex.
Huh?
Rex, which is the
Works.
plan.
Works.
Works,
Works.
works,
Works.
works.
Okay. So you need to create one type 3 entity of works. ZSM works. Where is the ZSM Mara material? Huh.
I just had to scroll up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Create this Z works. ZSM works. Sorry. 1 second. I need to get
Sure.
go. Now type 3 you don't do anything. This you only give the this thing data element. Give the data element. Okay. Even if you don't give the data element for this, no, I think type 3 it is required. So let's say somewhere you don't know what has to be given, the data element. You can always refer to the Marcy table. From there you can get the data element always. Now
Okay.
that you know that it is works D, you can go forward. Okay, plant.
ID, right?
Or you can say works.
Okay.
Okay, so now you are familiar with how to create the entities, how to create a proper data model with copying. Let's say you have a reference data model, how to copy or how to give the data in this. You are familiar. Mostly whatever parameters we have entered while creating the data model and entities, all you are aware about that. Okay.
Okay.